Today I have on the table another knife from Petrified Fish. Now I have held off doing this review because after I purchased it, it immediately went out of stock. And it feels weird to do a review about a knife that no one can get access to. Well, the Victor from Petrified Fish is now back, and at this point, we can talk about it. So this is the third knife from Petrified Fish that I have got my hands on. The first being the Beluga and the second one being the Mini Beluga, which to this day is still probably my favorite knife under 3 inches of blade length. And I saw this knife, and even though it's in K110, Boulder K110, which is a German-made D2, it was too difficult to resist. I have found recently that I am really in trouble when it comes to clip points. I am super in love with them. I don't know why. I haven't quite figured it out. I love that I can use the back end for opening boxes and not get tape on things. I just like how the tip functions. I don't know what it is. I just love clip point blades. And when I saw it, I had to have it. I'm sorry. I had to have it. And I purchased it right when they have their 20% off discount with the first 24 hours of release. And I think I got this for like $38. It's currently sitting at $46. And yeah, this is way, way nicer than I expected. For one thing, it seems quite clear to me that they are listening to feedback on this knife and other knives that they've had, because there are things that I've critiqued in the past that I'm not seeing anymore. And I wasn't the only one, so I don't think it was me, but I think these are things that they've brought up and are fixed, which are awesome. So first of all, let's run through the knife. So the knife is in, as I said, let's just cut a boxer with that. Bowler K110, which is an awesome version of D2. Blade length comes in just over 3.5 inches. That kind of annoys me a little bit. I wish they had just knocked it down just that last 1/8 of an inch, and then it would be far more legal in most places. Now, obviously, the actual cutting edge is under 3.5, and so at least if they measure that way, it will be fine. But different jurisdictions, you know, they measure it differently. So that is one critique I'll have about that, and it's probably going to be one of the few critiques that I'll have about this knife. So it's, of course, a clip point blade. This one is the black wash, and I love that. The name of the, the emblem for the designer is right here, and I love what they've done. They put the model number and the steel hidden in the emblem. I mean, now that's classy. Well done. And look, the front, nothing. Clean as can be. The Petrified Fish logo, that's all you see. And even then, you don't get the name of the knife on the clip like we've had with the Beluga. Like, look, right? That was one of the things that I didn't like about the Beluga. But what I did like about the Beluga is the fact that the clip is tucked in underneath the scales, and that is still true here. It actually is an ambidextrous clip that goes underneath the micarta scales. And check this out. Ridiculous action on this thing. Absolutely fantastic. And for $45, you're getting a milled pocket in the blade to make reverse flicking the knife very, very easy. This is just a fantastic knife. And what's weird is I thought these features, which I think were mostly for looks, would be kind of uncomfortable, but I don't know what it is. In so many ways, this is more comfortable in hand than the full-sized Beluga, which is weird. I wouldn't have expected that from all of these like weird shapes that they have going on here, but it's actually very comfortable, this knife. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, I am not... Look, I will accept D2, but the reason I don't usually keep D2 knives in my collection is I like to showcase, you know, tools that I know I can recommend to everyone, And D2 is not a steel that is as easy to sharpen. And if you don't have the right stones or you're not proficient with it, you can struggle with it. That's why I love 14C28N. But I couldn't turn this down. The shape, the design, my experience with petrified fish up to this point, I mean, it was so good. I just had to try it. And I'm really happy that I did. At the $46 price point that this is currently sitting at, with no discount at all, this is still a fantastic deal. Really, really is. For the micarta scales and the beautiful blade, along with the milled pocket, the minimalist branding that you have going on here, that awesome shape, I don't know what else to say. I mean, Petrified Fish has my attention. They really do. They keep coming out with knives that I'm like, oh, I'm trying to stop and I'm trying to cut back a little bit on purchase, but they are really doing a good job holding my attention. And I think this is a brand you're going to want to keep an eye on because they keep making excellent knives like this one. Now, this, of course, I think if I mentioned it at the beginning, is called the Victor. And they have a number of other models as well. I have only tried the 3 that I have mentioned, but I have another on the way that I think is going to be a very, very different flavor than these 2. So I'm looking forward to that. But for now, definitely recommend checking out the Victor. If you like Bowler K110, aka D2, German D2, usually a little bit better rated when they do the testing, this is a great knife. This is a great knife. And, I'm willing to let the steel slide on this one, both for price and, man, performance on this thing is really good as well. It came wicked sharp out of the box, wicked sharp. So, really well done from Petrified Fish. Petrified Fish. All right. With that, I better go before I make a fool of myself more than I already have. Thanks for your time, and we'll talk again soon.